guys, welcome to a new vlog. As you might be able to tell, I am back home in my sunny kitchen window, meaning we are home from our Riviera Maya, Mexico beach vacation trip. It was absolutely amazing. We will definitely be going back there at some point in time. If you didn't get a chance to watch the video, I'll leave it linked down below. It's just a fun little getaway that we were able to get away on. It was like a honeymoon 2.0 to celebrate our 5-year wedding anniversary, as well as Thomas's birthday, which is just a couple days away now. But yeah, awesome spot. The staff was just so genuinely warm and friendly and wanted to do everything in their power just to make our stay so perfect. The food and the cuisine was incredible and flavorful. There was no buffets. Everything was just sort of handmade to order. It was just very luxurious. It very much felt like an animal sanctuary. We have so many photos and so many memories that we made while we were away, and are just counting our blessings that we were able to go and do that. But now we are back home and reality is quickly setting in. We went from 32 degrees Celsius and sunny every day to between 2 and 5 degrees Celsius and snow. Fortunately, the snow was very short-lived and it's all melted. It is sunny, but it is quite chilly out today. They are forecasting that the temperatures are going to be slowly rising into the teens this week. So that's something to look forward to. Certainly not 32 degrees Celsius. I'm already missing those temperatures, but it was just so lovely to be able to go away and experience that and just get that warming feeling in your soul, a little sun-kissed tan. So yes, like I said, we are back to reality now. The weekend we spent just doing laundry, catching up. There's always so much laundry when you come back. We arrived home on the weekend around 1:30 in the morning. We were absolutely bagged. It was such a long travel day. We basically took an Uber home, dropped all of our luggage at the front door, took a shower, and passed out immediately and had one of the best sleeps ever. It was a very low-key weekend, just us taking it easy and catching up on things around the house. We have also been trying to figure out our car situation. So not to go too into the weeds with this, but 2 days before we were expected to travel, both of our cars, we discovered, had significant rodent damage. A whole entire family of mice or two moved into our cars and just chewed all the hoses and the wiring and the electrics. So that was a really interesting and stressful time for us leading up to our vacation. Both of our cars are still in the shop. A lot of the parts are on back order. We're going through insurance. Thank God for insurance, because the damage on Thomas's car is already up to $7,600. $7,600. I can't even fathom that amount of damage to a car from mice. So they were sending us videos and updates while we were away, and we were just trying to take it one day at a time. And thankfully we have an awesome insurance broker that we work with at Desjardins, and the claims associates that we're working with are so incredible. There's appraisers that we're working with. There's just a whole team that is helping us navigate this whole messy process. But essentially, we now have one rental car that we're sharing. We're gonna see how that goes. I'm hoping my car will be ready by the end of the week. If not, I'm probably also going to get a rental car, but we'll see if we can, go 4 or 5 days sharing a car. But it's always weird driving a car that isn't yours, especially if it's a totally different make and model. All the buttons are in different spots and you're trying to figure out how to turn the lights and the windshield wipers. And anyways, so that is the current car situation. We went from having 2 cars to 0 cars in 24 hours. So it has been a ride. I do not wish this upon anybody. And now we are trying to figure out going forward, how do we deter any of these rodents from nesting in our cars and just destroying them. We've heard bounce sheets work. If anyone has any suggestions, please let us know. We are desperate. Other than continuously parking our cars in the garage from now on, once we get them back, we're just trying to think of other potential solutions to help us with this problem that in 5 years we have never had, and all of a sudden both of our cars just boom. So anyways, that is our current car situation. Like I said, it's been quite stressful, but we are just taking it one day at a time, and thankfully we have a great team helping us navigate this. And speaking of Ness, but on a more humorous note, and quite adorable actually, I guess it's been so quiet around here while we have been traveling. We've been away for a week. We came home to find what I suspect was a robin had made this giant nest right at our front door light. And I did double check, there were no eggs in it, so I did relocate it because it was an absolute mess. I didn't take a video, but I took a photo. I'll pop it up on the screen here. Wow, that they were able to do that in a week is pretty spectacular. Good for them. I felt terrible removing it, but it was such a mess. And we do live in a condo, and that just isn't gonna fly. There was mud everywhere, and they've just made such a mess. So I was able to relocate the nest after I verified there were no eggs in it currently. If there was eggs, I would have to leave it. I wouldn't have the heart. We'd have to just deal with that. So hopefully somebody's able to make a home of that this spring and summer. And then also just a few feet away in our front bushes, in our euonymus bush, a little bunny who we have named Thumper has started to make a little burrow nest. And oh my goodness, he or she has been so busy running back and forth, a mouthful of sticks and branches and twigs and leaves. And they have just been making this massive little burrows. I'm not sure how long they're gonna hang around, because now that we're home and we're setting things up for spring outside, and we're obviously gonna be around a lot more, I'm not sure if they'll feel comfortable. And especially when the landscapers come and they're mulching and blowing, it might not be a long-term solution for this little bunny rabbit, unfortunately. But super cute that the two of them just basically moved in to our front yard just in those few days that we were away. Anyways, now that we are home from vacation, it is time for me to officially begin our spring front porch refresh. As you may know, I have been putting that off because typically for Easter, I would have had hydrangeas and pansies and gone all out to get that all decorated for spring. But since we were going away, I didn't want to buy all these plants, and there would be no one around to water them, and it would just be the great plant massacre of spring 2026. So today I am on a mission to figure out our front porch planters. I think Thomas is gonna come with me since we just have the one car, and we can go on a little excursion together to the garden center to see what we can find. Fingers crossed that there is still a decent selection, because it's now a few weeks after Easter, and I'm really hoping that we can get some gorgeous hydrangeas. Plan B is going to be some pansies of some sort. I'm just praying that there is a decent enough selection left over for us to choose from. So let's go see what we can find. How cute these are with the little nests just nestled into the planters. I love that. Everyone, it is a spectacularly gorgeous day today. The sun is shining and it is The first day that really feels almost like summer because the temperatures are so warm. I'm absolutely loving it. I went for a lovely walk at lunch and then had my lunch out on the back deck in the sun. It was absolutely glorious. Unfortunately, I didn't have any luck at the first garden center that I went to yesterday. I'm on the hunt for something very specific. I want something that is a showstopper size hydrangea, which is what I normally do. They did have hydrangeas, but they were quite small. And I'm looking for ones that are white. The blue and pink and purple are gorgeous, but the white is what I have my heart set on. So I'm going to visit another garden center later today to see what we can find. But on my drive home yesterday from the garden center, I did pick up some flowers for the house. I haven't been refreshing the flowers because obviously we were away, and so what was the point? But as soon as I had the opportunity, I grabbed a few bunches of flowers. I'm going to make an arrangement now. I picked up some gorgeous white wax flowers, gorgeous pink snapdragons, and then these alstroemeria. I think those are gonna look really beautiful together. So I'm just going to get those situated in this vase, and then I'm gonna head out to garden center number 2. Pray for me. I'm hoping that they have a bit better selection and that we will be able to find something gorgeous for our spring front porch planters. So the search continues for the spring planter arrangements. I struck out at garden center number 2 and then called a third larger garden center today that's about 30 minutes away, and they advise that they have absolutely no hydrangeas left in stock. So back to the drawing board. My options now are pick up some pansy bowls. They have some really pretty colored ones at our grocery store, actually. These sort of Victorian rose colored ones with creams and various colors of muted pinks. So that is option number 1. That is going to be much less understated and dramatic than the massive hydrangeas that I normally would do each year, but we're just working with what we have at the moment. Option number 2 is go back to Fora, which is the first garden center that I visited, and see if we can make another one of the hydrangea colors work. Maybe one of the darker purples. Maybe they've got a deeper pink that we can work with. I've done the lighter pink before and just felt like it was too bubblegum pink looking, but we're just gonna have to rethink things this year and make a bit of a pivot. So I'm gonna put my thinking cap on and see what direction I wanna go in there. But tomorrow is Thomas's birthday. He is upstairs on a call right now, and I thought I could use this opportunity to try to do a little decorating. I know it's super cheesy, but I always like to add these little touches to make his day extra special. So while he's on the call, I'm gonna see if I can get in a little bit of this decorating, and then when he comes downstairs, it'll be a little bit of a nice little surprise for him. So I'm gonna go and try to do that now and just sneak around like nothing's happening down here. My friends, we are in luck, and sometimes patience really does pay off. I'm back at Fora, my favorite garden center, which was the first garden center that I came to visit this week, and didn't end up picking any of the hydrangeas that I saw, but I came back today and just asked if by chance the hydrangeas were on sale, because it's getting to that time. It's quite past Easter now, and they said any day now they were going to be going on sale. And they were going to offer me the discount early. They gave me 50% off the hydrangeas. So I may have gotten a few. I can't wait to show you what I got. Let's head home.
is beautiful, so beautiful. And I just can't hide how I feel about you. Nothing can take that away. 'Cause you make the world so beautiful, so beautiful. I was restless and stranded on my own. Time seems endless when nothing's going on. But you came round and turned it upside.
Talk about a difference. Just like that, the spring 2026 front porch planter crisis has been avoided. You can all rest easy tonight, or at least I will. Look at the size of these blooms in comparison to my hand. They're stunning.
And I just can't hide how I feel about you. Nothing can take
That
away.
will definitely make a statement. Found this wreath at Winners recently also. I realized the wreath I had put up here was the fall wreath, so that just was not going to do. So, got this gorgeous wreath here with peonies, looks like there's oak leaves, hydrangeas, little pears tucked in there. Gorgeous. And of course, no front porch refresh would be complete without a fresh new doormat to welcome you. Good morning, everyone. I'm so pleased with how the spring front porch planter refresh turned out. All of the hydrangeas look so beautiful. I was sitting out there reading a book in the sunshine yesterday, just admiring all of the flowers. They're so beautiful. I'm just so pleased. It fills me with so much joy. Today just so happens to be Thomas's birthday. Happy birthday, Thomas. We have quite a few special plans scheduled for this weekend. Tonight we have dinner at Namu in Dundas. It is an Asian fusion restaurant that we have been wanting to try for quite some time now. They are in the Michelin Guide. It's a restaurant that's been on our bucket list since we moved here about 5 years ago. So it is about time that we go check them out and see what all the rave is about. Everything they're posting on Instagram looks so mouth-wateringly delicious. So I don't think we are going to be disappointed. And typically for Thomas's birthday, I will make some sort of sprinkle cake or carrot cake, some sort of fancy layered cake to make the day extra special. But because of some time constraints this year, I am going to cheat a bit and pop out this afternoon to Caniche, our local French bakery, to pick up some tasty treats for us to enjoy this weekend. They have these key lime pie cookies that it's like biting into a key lime cloud. They are so incredibly delicious. Oh boy. So I'm gonna get a couple of those. And they also have the most sensationally moist, heavenly carrot cake. So I'm going to get a nice big one of those as well. Fingers crossed we can get both of those at the bakery. Let's go see what we can find. Okay, there should definitely be a rule about avoiding bakeries when you are hungry. I should have eaten before I went, but they had so many delicious options. They did not have the key lime cookies, but that's okay. They had some incredible alternatives. So I did get the carrot cake. I did get a tiramisu cake because tiramisu is one of Thomas's absolute favorite desserts. I got a raspberry lemon bar, which looks so delicious. And what was the other one? Oh, it's a pistachio cheesecake. Cheesecake is also one of Thomas's favorites, so I think we did pretty well today. Thank you guys so much for tuning in this week. I hope you have the most incredible week ahead, and I look forward to catching up with you again next week.